content shared in this YouTube video, as well as any resources linked below, is not intended to be interpreted or relied upon as financial advice. We are not lawyers, accountants, or financial advisors, nor do we claim to be. The information provided is not a replacement for personalized financial advice from a qualified professional who understands the specific details of your situation. While we strive to ensure the accuracy and value of the information shared on this channel and through associated resources, it should not be considered a recommendation to avoid consulting with a financial professional. Always seek guidance from a trusted expert to address your unique circumstances.
Hey, you guys, it's John here. Crypto Compassion. Welcome into episode 62 of the shit show. We got Triple Dad here, MCR. We're going to be talking Steakhouse. If you like Hex, if you like Pulse Chain, all that kind of good stuff, we're going to be talking about it. Real happy that he's been such a contributor within the Pulse Chain ecosystem. Before I bring him up, I'm going to introduce him with this video, and then we'll kick things off.
In the shadow of a throne, where thou shalt fall, King Pooie stands with the visions brought, and open wide, giving strength to the weak, guided by destiny, compassion we see. Through the streets, communities rise, every child's laughter reaching the sky. Security in every home, respect in every heart, love shared among us, we each play a part. Wisdom flows through every decree, from a mountain's high to a boundless sea. Success isn't just goal, it's love that we see. In King Pooie's reign, we're forever free. King Pooie sees his destiny, rising up with compassion, count on me. Unity is the heart of gold, security and respect unfold. Wealth and wisdom in my hand, success blooms across this land. I let go of all my fears, we're alive and we're right here. I'm leading with wisdom, I'm breaking the chain. From habits and paths to we're free to reign. I'm standing tall, my silver-like brothers, lifting each other, we rise like no others. New chapters written under royal decree. King Pooie's rule like an open sea. Boundless dreams in every soul's ignited. Communities proud and futures all united. Crown high and mighty for all to see. Underneath that crown is you and me. From stone walls to open lands we tread. The wisdom and courage and hearts that are dead. Go the streets where compassion flows. Wealth not in riches, what in seek we sow.
All right. Thank you, AJRipCity, for making all these awesome intros and outros and all that kind of good stuff. I'm going to pull up our man, Triplet Dad.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
What you smoking on?
One of these red ones.
Yeah.
What is this? I don't remember the name of this one. Came in a 5-pack that I got. But yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. I can't wait to go down to Panama and have Cuban cigars at my disposal 24/7. That's gonna be the best thing. I'm gonna sell so much freaking crypto to make sure I get a big bunch of freaking cigars to come back with me, bud. I'm gonna send myself FedExes every other day.
Yeah. What's up, Rip City? I thought you were gonna hang tight and just do your thing. You couldn't do it though. You couldn't stay in sideline, could you?
I mean, my friends need me.
Come on, buddy. So
I don't know what's going on with me.
Hey, Triplet, thoughts and prayers. We all have personal stuff going on in our life, and our brother in service here is going through it. I don't mean to put you on blast, brother, but we're all going through it in different ways, and we're here for you. I appreciate your videos, your intros, your outros. I got an outro for our guest tomorrow, and we're in crypto. It's freaking crazy sometimes.
Yeah, 100%. Well, I've been talking to AJ quite a bit about what he's going through. So he does have a lot of crap going on, and I hope he gets well.
Thank you, buddy. I had to cut it out. Like, I'm in no permissions. I'm listening to everyone talk about the trip that I've been planning for my wife and I have been planning that, 8 months. And I'm like, I just had to cut it off because I don't think I'm going to be able to go, and that's sad. Just like,
well, I'm gonna go on the rooftop bar, and I'm gonna light a big fat stogie for you, right? And I'm gonna do a puff for my homies.
Yeah,
a puff for my homies. I got it.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah. And AJ, I'm not going down to Panama, so we really ought to just hook up in Portland and just be buddies, you know what I mean, and just kick it and not talk crypto and all this kind of good stuff. But that being said, I know that Triple Dad, I mean, if we're going to switch gears, you recently have released Steakhouse, right?
So Steakhouse isn't out yet. It was deployed last night, and we're testing a few things. Some of it's on mainnet right now. So Steakhouse is going to be on 2 chains, right? So we're going to test on mainnet today, and then should be out this week. Steakhouse should be out this week for sure on Pulse Chain, and then you can't. It's harder to test on Ethereum, right? Especially when you need subgraphs and all this stuff. But I believe that Steakhouse should be on Ethereum as well this week.
Okay, cool.
And by the way, this is why we created Bistro, right? Not unlike. I know everybody sees me argue every now and then with Gold Key, but the perpetuals that he did was a freaking good idea, right? Until 2FUCKS came around, liquidity was an issue, but now that 2FUCKS is around, liquidity isn't an issue with those because you can go back and forth in the pools, right? The Bistro was built for tokens with low liquidity, right? So if you have a token and you don't have enough on the other side of that token to create a pool that's 50 G's or something like that, right? So people can get in and out of your token quickly or efficiently, put it on Bistro. So every time somebody creates a stake pool, a hex pool in Steakhouse, it's a unique token every time, and not unlike some of the other protocols that are out right now, Actuator and stuff like that, right? You can actually take that token or some of your tokens and sell them market price, whatever that is, right? It's pretty slick. So you can get in and out of your stakes without having a pool, and put them right on Bistro. So it's going to be kind of a hex stake marketplace is what we envisioned.
I think that within the Pulse Chain ecosystem, and I'm not trying to say that we've gotten away from the ethos of hex and everything like that, but I think that these tools that you're bringing to the table is going to hopefully reinvigorate the passion that people have for hex. And you know, obviously there's all these new caveats that you're bringing to the table that allow people to get more creative with the way they you know, allocate their stake hex stakes. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
It's 100% RH focus what we build, right? We the Bistro.
These are HSIs only? Are they legacy stakes?
That's the cool thing about this, buddy, is it's not HSIs. It's not an NFT. We're tokenizing stakes.
So it could be either or. It could be an HSI or a legacy stake.
No, it can't be a legacy stake.
Or it's just a completely new, different way to stake hex.
Complete. Just think about it as creating your own perpetual.
So you're not. But what I'm saying is, you're not using you're not using stakes you already have.
Correct.
Okay, it's a new staking protocol for hex.
So the benefits, right, especially on ETH, is if I create a King Pooie stake and tell everybody, hey guys, just to support Hex, we're gonna go create a stake. I hope everybody joins us, right? And your King Pooie crowd follows you in, and everybody puts in 10,000 Hex or something, right? No, it doesn't matter what you want to do. Just come in and throw 5,000 in there and let it ride. And we're gonna do it for a 90-day stake. Everybody gets their portion of that pool, and when it unstakes, everybody pays their portion of the gas to get out. So it's unique. The person who pays the gas to end the stake is paid back as people collect their hex. If I'm in there and I get in a fight in Panama and I end up in some freaking jail, right? And my stake in traditional hex terms would be bleeding out because I can't come back and collect it, right? None of our hex goes to the OA. That hex goes to MCR stakers and the people in this pool. So there's no bleeding, there's no early in staking, and there's no bleeding. All goes to the users within the protocol.
Speaking of bleeding, I am not going to Panama because I do not want to face you because you would be going down. I don't care. I don't care how big you are, Marcus.
Yeah. Right now, until the diet gets in full swing, I'm more wide than big. Right. I mean, I've been working on that. I've lost 20 pounds. So
nice.
Yeah, that's the good part. But yeah, I know there's fear in your heart, bud, and it's probably the main reason why you're staying where you are. And I know that some of that pressure in your chest was coming from facing me, buddy. So
hey, you might be right.
I want to take that burden off of your shoulders and just say you're safe. You're safe.
Thank you, Marcus.
You're welcome, buddy.
Wow.
So anyone watching live or on the replay, gang, obviously Marcus here, Triple Dad, and Vets in Crypto, and many people are going down to Panama to the No Permissions, which is Randy Hilarski's private group, if you will, where there's a lot of crypto enthusiasts who share a lot more than just crypto. They talk, second passports, gold, silver, all that kind of good stuff, just lifestyle hacks and changes. And it's the first event, I guess. What is like 100 people down there?
60, 70 people.
Yeah,
a lot of people, and some of the Pulse Tour guys have joined in too, right? RG3 and Caitlin and SJ, I think.
Geez, I have to stop talking about this.
I know. Well, hey, buddy,
Hey, it's still look. I haven't 100% conceded. I'm hoping to have an angiogram done by Thursday. In fact, I need a call when I get off the show. But depending on what they say, is going to make or break me going or not. But obviously, it's a little.
You guys want to stay in cold and rainy weather?
Yeah. Hey, I'm more like screw it. I'm just going to go, and whatever happens, happens. But
yeah,
this condition is a little different.
Hey, you got to take care of yourself.
Damn it.
Yeah, I know. But kind of switching gears again, I wanted to play that video from our boy Mo and kind of give people at home a little taste and a sizzle reel of Steakhouse. I appreciate everyone jumping in here live, and I also appreciate people watching on the replay. Obviously, here on the Shit Show, we have our own projects, but we are looking to expand the horizons and share and talk to a bunch of different people within the ecosystem and outside of the blockchain. Obviously, we're pulse chain centric, but we're also open to hear and see what other people are building because it's a beautiful thing. And we just want to lock arms with builders. We're trying to build digital nations and uplift the space. So here's a beautiful video from our boy Mo, who's on the other side of the pond there and builds awesome things also. So here it is.
Welcome to Magic Carpet Ride, a community dedicated to making hex staking accessible to everyone. Staking hex on Ethereum is a fantastic way to earn high yield, but the high gas fees and the Ethereum price often make it difficult for small stakers to participate. In many cases, the cost of unstaking is greater than the yield received, causing many participants to worry about the future transaction fees and Ethereum price. Introducing Stakehouse, a fully trustless Hex staking protocol that makes staking Hex accessible to everyone on Ethereum. Collaborate with other Hexicans, pool your stakes, and split gas fees to make it more affordable for everyone to participate. Plus, the larger the pool, the bigger pays better bonus. Best of all, there are no middlemen or admin keys to worry about, giving you peace of mind while you stake. Stakehouse is versatile. Anyone can create a pool, and Stakehouse will automatically post it on Twitter for all to see and join. This is a great introduction to the Hex community and helps decrease gas costs and increase the bigger pays better bonus for all. Stakehouse can also be used to create a new rung on the staking ladder for those who have heard about staking ladders but don't have enough Hex to start. Stakehouse pools can be used to teach new community members about this powerful strategy. Even whales can benefit from Stakehouse by working with smaller Hex holders to max out the 150 million Hex bigger pays better bonus. Hex on Ethereum is far from dead, and Magic Carpet Ride is doing its part to make sure Hex staking is accessible to everyone. Join our mission to #Hex Together and start staking Hex today with Stakehouse. Visit 0xstakehouse.io today.
Well, shout out to Mo.
That guy is my hero. I swear to God. I don't know how he
he's
does that
awesome,
stuff,
right?
man.
I love Mo. Mo's awesome.
Shout out to Mo.
Yeah, and Mo's definitely, like, when you talk to him too, you know that he's like it's weird because he has that, you know, accent from over there. What is it, England? He's British, kind of. Yeah. So yeah, he has that accent, but you know he's just like blue collar, salt of the earth kind of dude. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I used to be up late at night, or right when he woke up, or right when he was going to bed, right? And because we've done a ton of videos with Mo, and you hear kids in the background crap, right? He's just a regular everyday dude, and it sounds like he has 3 cigarettes in his mouth when he's building some of this stuff sometimes, but he cracks me up. He's a good guy
for sure.
Yeah, so this should be interesting, right? Magic Carpet Ride is focused on RH ecosystem tokens. The majority of our payment tokens are RH tokens on Bistro. We're building Stakehouse specifically for Hex, and we're building a somewhat complicated small chunk just to ride on top of the existing Hex stake. So Hex is 90%, something that has 5 years of flawless uptime, right? So the rest is going to be us, but it's still going to be all Hex, and you'll be able to collect your Hedron as well. And the other things that we're building, which you'll probably start to see coming out here shortly, are phenomenal. There's 2 things that we're building that not many people know about. There's one thing that we're building that nobody but a couple of us know. So we still have stuff in our back pocket that we're just going to bring to market in this first quarter. That should be absolutely phenomenal, and I'll probably talk a little bit about it in Panama, but you guys won't be there.
Yeah, no, I've actually been listening to some podcasts as of recently, though, about kind of keeping your ideas a little bit more to a core centric team, and not, you know, not always put your ideas out there, because 1, you need to back it up with action, but 2, it just takes away from the energy. You when you talk about your ideas, it kind of like you feel validated by thinking that you've already accomplished a little bit of it, you know, when you really haven't. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I commend you on just kind of keeping it to, you know, keeping your cards close to your vest and then just making it happen.
Yeah. Surprise.
Yep, surprise, exactly, and then it has that much more punch when it does.
Here's some cool shit, right? and we'll come out and talk about it on the shit show, of course. Cool shit needs to come on the shit show. I've been wanting to come on open mics a couple of times, and I just keep thinking to myself, I'm going to come on probably and talk about stuff, and I don't want to bogart the show, right?
Yeah. I haven't heard Bogart in a minute. Yeah, right. getting FUBAR over here. Goodness gracious.
Dude, that's old school right there.
Yeah, that's OG.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, the shit show we're going to be doing obviously open mics on Monday and Thursdays. It allows us to kind of just kick things off for the, not just pulse chain community, but blockchain as a whole. As long as it's not, some Fugazi rug pull scam type stuff, we'll talk about it. And then Tuesdays and Wednesdays for opportunities like this for us to share about people's projects. I guess it could be just people that are excited about crypto. I guess it could be someone who's doesn't have a project, but they're just like, an influencer, if you will, that's very close to the pulse of the pulse chain or what have you.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's awesome. This background, which has some gaps in it, that's a little bit of a hint to what's coming.
All right.
We're doing a whole facelift on everything Magic Carpet Ride. So new entry points for all of our dApps. A cool new look is gonna see some of our dApps get reskinned and be a little bit more cohesive. It should be a really cool, because for a while there we're just firing up a dApp, creating a URL and let her rip tater chip, right? We're not doing that. We're just taking everything that we've got, putting it in one place that's easy to sort through and get to.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
What are you guys doing, buddy? How's the Queen going?
Yeah, I mean, there's an opportunity to talk about it, and I don't want to I do want to talk about it, but I don't want to take away from MCR. I mean, if anyone doesn't know, we obviously have a King Pooie out, and then we also have Queen Pooie that just got released. And the cool thing is we worked with a lot of the hint the alien tech tokenomics, if you will. So by just holding Queen, you're getting the rewards of Pulse Chain in your wallet. So it works in the background with the liquidity web. And so that's cool. It's going to be burning. It does burn. It burns PTGC and UFO 0.05. It also burns King and Queen Pooie. So, we're kind of working on a lot of different things, videos, pitches, that kind of stuff. Bringing in the queens of crypto, if you will, because we feel like this is their opportunity and their cycle to really shine and become the educators and the powerful women that they are. But yeah, we're excited about it. It's kicking off quite well, and we went about it a little bit differently than we did with King, right? So we feel better about that. That's the good news. And then we're just going to continue to build. I'm excited about building.
That's awesome, buddy. It is a different world, right? I had a conversation with Mr. Vets, who's in chat. And when he told me that he's going to build a protocol, and I said to him, I said, "You sure you want to do that?" Right? and it's not because I don't think Vets or you or AJ can build, but it is a whole nother world, right? You're all of a sudden in multiple meetings a week, if not per day. You're in collaboration rooms. You're trying to get on people's shows, and it's not as kicked back as you might think it would be. I can tell you this: since I've been building stuff, I've lost money right? That's 100% true. And not only have not from the tokens or the things or the cost of building, it's the opportunity cost is what Ty always says, right? All the time that I used to spend networking with people, right, and finding out when their stuff was launching and being there when it was getting ready to launch with my stuff fired up on a wallet that was a hot wallet, so I didn't have to push buttons on the ledger, right? All of those fun times where I would get 20-30% and freaking walk, right? Or hold, depending on what the token was. I'm not able to do that as much as I used to. So I get it. The builder's path is not for everybody, but it's been fun, and I think the Pulse chain as a whole will benefit from the stuff that we're getting ready to drop.
The feeling that I got to the last cycle around was, you get into some projects and they kick off and they kind of do your typical crypto thing within a cycle. And I guess what I'm trying to say is there's that kind of feeling where it's like, man, I really crushed it on that. But the flip side of it is someone didn't. And so as I started kind of getting into Pulse chain and everything like that, and you kind of look at Hex and you listen to Richard and you kind of start thinking about crypto and blockchain as a whole, there's been a lot of things that I've wanted to implement that are associated with the opportunity to maybe create, hopefully, real world assets coming to the blockchain, more value than just vapor, if you will, more substance. And I guess those are the kind of things that I'm trying to think about and try to how to implement into things. Like we've had the discussion of whether it's crypto swag or music NFTs, and there's other ideas that I don't want to expel right now, but those are the things that I want to see on blockchain for people to kind of, feel better about too. You know what I mean? It's, I get that it's player versus player sometimes, but I feel like there's an opportunity for us to win in blockchain by creating substance. And so that's what kind of gets me thinking.
Some of that buy and burn stuff takes that player v player thing away a little bit, right? So if you freaking sell and part of your sell goes towards helping people who haven't sold, that's okay, right?
Right.
With Bistro, the buyers of tokens pay no fees whatsoever or slippage, right? And in some of those cases where bribe tokens up there with Fast Abdul, he's taking all those 2FUCKS tokens and locking them away to permanently increase the bribe's APR. That's badass, right? And I know that he's got a golden bean NFT, so his listing fee for that is half of 1%. So we have no losers really in that ecosystem. With Steakhouse, everybody getting together, getting a larger, bigger pays better bonus, and splitting the gas costs so your exit fees are less on both chains. There's really no losers there. And the other stuff that we're putting out, we're trying to make it so our dApps they're more tools or utilities than a player versus player type of deal.
And that's what I like about the toolkit, the toolbox, if you will, that you guys represent with, MCR, whether it's, like you said, Bistro or Steakhouse. And those are the kind of cool things that I like to see coming into the marketplace. You know what I mean? And, shout out to Fast Abdul. That guy's building a lot of toolboxes and tools too. Just doing amazing stuff over there at 2FUCKS as far as just constantly busy, always working in the background and or on stream. I think he probably does 5 streams a day. I haven't, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think his StreamYard is just set to pick up on the next available stream, and it just automatically connects him.
Yeah.
He's a bonker. He's on every stream on planet Earth.
Yep. No, he's spreading the good word. I'm sure he plays around on maybe some other chains, but I'm pretty sure he's pretty pulse chain centric.
I'm of that opinion too, right? I'm 100% pulse chain centric right now. There may be a day when I do some stuff on base or something like that, but it's not until we have everything that we're doing up and running on this chain and use. Sometimes if you create something and it has a good use case, I think I would rather launch it myself on other chains instead of having other people fork my shit. Right? That's kind of my opinion. I would think I would rather make that call than let somebody else make it, but I don't know.
Yeah. So you guys are going to Panama when? That's like in less than a week, right? Is that right?
I think I'm leaving in it's a little over a week.
Okay. And then do we have the potential Richard Hart type, SEC case type stuff that might be looked at or dismissed towards the end of the month, or where are we at on that? Do we
Traditionally, markets go up when I leave my ledger at home and have no ability to sell. So I would anticipate things going up while I'm in Panama.
Oh yeah, totally. I think the last go around I was down in Vegas at the Pulse Chain meetup, and I'm sitting there, and Corey Geary, we're at with hanging out with RG3 and everyone. We're doing karaoke in some karaoke bar. And I think at that moment, there's $200,000 buys on PulseX coming through like every minute.
I'm sitting in Las Vegas with my daughter eating at some freaking restaurant. And at that particular moment, I had $250,000 worth of PGIF because it was going through the roof and my ledger was at home. So that has been the way that goes.
Yeah, such is life.
Yeah.
So aside from your stuff, MCR and everything going on there, and of course aside from my stuff, King and Queen Pooie and the stuff that we're doing and wanting to build, what are you excited about? As far as with what are you seeing in Pulse? I mean, for some reason, I just thought about Dark and what our boy's doing over there with Dark, and that's kind of exciting. But what are you excited about within Pulse Chain ecosystem right now?
I love what Dark's doing. There's a whole bunch of projects just because of what I just explained earlier that I wish that I had the bandwidth to follow from the beginning. Dark is one of them, right? Yeah. Solid X is one of them. I wish I was around and saw the entry of Solid X, and of course PTGC, and that's my jam, right? I've told everybody from the beginning when this thing goes through the roof and I have FU money, I'm riding my side by side in the desert looking for UFOs, right? That's what I'll be doing, just kicking back, relaxing, smoking cigars. So I like that whole thing. The other thing that I really like with who I don't think gets a whole lot of credit is Nick at Hocus Pocus. Right? That guy builds a lot of stuff, and he caters to everybody, right? He does stuff for the Tang Gang. He does stuff for us. He does stuff for Fast Abdul. He's doing stuff for No Permissions, right? And the amount of work that guy puts in to maintain that site is unbelievable. So I've been starting to trickle. I've opened some of my first positions over on the Hocus Pocus. Nick is an unbelievable dude. I really like that guy.
Yeah, I mean, to back it up to that Solid X thing, I remember Randy actually sent me a DM when he was talking with vets on the Vets and Crypto show. Solid is live, and I didn't have my hot wallet on me at the time, just like you talked about. I didn't have my hot or my I just didn't have it set up. But I have quite a bit of Solid X, so I'll leave it at that. But yeah, you're right. You get stuck with your head down sometimes when you're building, and you miss that opportunity. But you're also in a position where, if you believe in what you're doing, you build it out the way you want to see it. And it's
I was on a dev call when Gelato launched.
Yeah,
and Gelato I really freaking wanted to buy right when it launched.
Shout out to Chris.
Yeah, shout out to Mr. Chris. The thing that he has built and the things that he is building, should be unbelievable.
Yep. No, very smart man. And also just willing to see what's needed to work with others, find out what the problem is and then provide the solution. So good stuff.
Yeah. Chris is awesome.
Yep.
It's very rare also that you start to see a group of rock solid dudes hovering around a handful of devs. It feels like we've got to the point where a lot of the other things have been weeded out, right? Devs that take your money and run, stuff like that, right? And there's a couple of devs out there, and Rags is using, Brandon's using them, right? I'm using them. Chris is using them. Your show tomorrow, the H-Law guys are using them. Hearts Law guys. Those guys are solid. I know that the Dragon, Eric and what's his name, those guys are doing solid work for Randy and the crash game with Tiago, right? It seemed like at the beginning it was hit and miss, but people are starting to benefit from the work that people like you and I and Chris have put in, and starting to realize there are some people out here that are still willing to build things for you, right? At reasonable prices that aren't, and they won't even touch projects or people that they think are scams.
Right.
That part's really cool.
Yeah, and if you brought up a good point about the Solid X game. I'm excited about that. That should be interesting. If you were on, obviously I know you were there today, but it sounds like the cool thing about Pulse Chain is it allows for people that are, we even have a game that's being developed right now that's getting real close for King and Queen Pooie that will allow for different features and functions. But bottom line is, I think that our blockchain with the gas fees the way they are allows for gaming to be more attractive for people that want to build Web3 games.
100%.
You know what I mean?
I've said it before. I don't know if it's a popular take because it seems like it discounts the value of Pulse Chain. But I do think that you're going to see a lot of projects come out of Pulse Chain onto other chains because the gas fees here are so low, and there's a huge group of people here. You have a lot of users that people might use this as a real money test net, right? It's Steakhouse as it sits right now has been on testnet forever, but getting people interested in Pulse Chain testnet right now is like pulling freaking teeth. But having people play around with your things here and on mainnet and creating a use case, and so this makes money.
Yeah.
Let's move it over to base. And a lot of those people that are moving things to base, or like Tiago's doing, having something that's multi-chain, and still burning Solid X, which is on Pulse chain. That's badass. You can't beat that.
And I think I want to pause and just kind of highlight that video real quick, because the way you're talking, as far as it kind of being a testing ground, and if you kind of peel back the layers of the onion and realize how savage and vibrant our community is, it's almost like we could launch something and kind of get this cult-like, following, send it over to base, and people don't even know they're playing a game that's burning a token that's closely liquidity bonded to everything within the Pulse chain ecosystem, and they're off just doing their thing and just pumping all of our bags.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Right?
It really is awesome. And I know that this game here that I'm going to show everyone, not only is it going to be on Pulse chain, but it's going to be on other chains. And a lot of people aren't even going to even know that it's burning Solid X. And potentially, I mean, we obviously Dark has liquidity with Solid X. We have strong liquidity with Solid X. I have a lot of Solid X. So this particular game is pretty revolutionary in what we've seen on Pulse chain. So this will help. So for those at home, check this out and we'll come right back.
Nice.
Yeah. I should have played the video that I'll do it some other time. The one that Mo sent me. Again, shout out to Mo. He made an awesome one about Solid X and the whole game, and just kind of going into all that kind of stuff. But
and just to touch on the Mo thing, and anybody, right, that we've run into that have helped us on our journey. There are guys out there that do art and videos and stuff like that, and I know that I have passed those people on to King Pooie, and those people have passed to Gelato, and those people have passed, and a lot of people like to take those and hold them close to their vest, right? But I'm more interested in keeping Mo's family fed, right?
Right.
Getting him full of work as much as possible. And if I come up with something in the future, I'm pretty sure that he'll slot us in somehow and say, I got some time 2 weeks from now. You're still drinking out of an Oregon cup, buddy?
Oh, they're my tears. Those are actually my tears. I'm re-drinking my tears from, but hey,
that must be a cold drink.
I know. Yeah, no, we're good. But here's the point when it comes to college football and my Oregon Ducks. It used to get to the point where when they would get so close to like something like, winning the big one, they would lose, and it actually put me like in a, like, I'd just be like depressed for like a week, and I'd be like, you know what? Why are you letting an effing, football game get you so rattled up that, like, you're just like down and out for a week? And so now I try to be a little bit more even killed, where it's like, hey, when they win, cool, but I'm not going to be so ecstatic that I'm jumping, bouncing. And bottom line is, they did a pretty good job this year, but they got their butt spanked against Ohio State. I don't know that much.
My team is the only team in the AFC West that didn't make it in the playoffs. The Raiders.
Right.
Not only did they not make it in the playoffs, they didn't do bad enough to do well in the draft. So that's not good all the way around.
So are you going to make it down to, do you ever go to how far away is it for you to go to Vegas and watch a live game?
It's about an hour and a half flight from the Bay Area to Vegas.
Right.
Pretty fast, but
yeah.
it's not far at all. Usually, if the wife isn't coming along, right? I like to drive there actually, and take the side by side and go make it at least a 5-day trip and go do some riding on the way down there. What's up, War Ant? To answer Vet's question about soda.
Yeah, I'll pull that one up here. Yeah.
Yeah, Soda blocked me long ago when I asked him if it was okay if I spent money on socks, because I was running all of my expenses by him for a while until he got annoyed because he thought everybody in No Permissions was selling their tokens to buy things like be on a boat and stuff like that. So I was running my expenses by Soda for a while until he bought it. Yeah. So I don't know if he doesn't like if he was upset or not.
Yeah, just to let everyone know, obviously Soda was like, I don't even know what community he came from, but he kind of popped into the Pulse chain ecosystem, gained some popularity for whatever reasons, as far as maybe his outlook and his perspective and his charts, and then started doing some like Inspector Gadget, recon, check out these hexagons over in Europe, like plan on dumping on your heads. And, really that whole trip was just about people networking. I mean, really it was networking, opportunities to grow and learn. And it just so happens that, a particular person such as, the Fire Whale has money outside of crypto and can afford renting a yacht. So, he's a little salty, and the salty drink was teed up by you as far as creating the soda, soda.
And I'm not leaving that hang on the vine to die, right? I've just been busy, and once some of this stuff gets launched, you might see some pretty aggressive buy and burn action on soda in the future.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
No, I loved the art that you came out with as far as the pink pimp suits and everything like that and what have you. And, shout out to Fast Abdul and his purple pimp suits that he likes to wear and his top hat. That's all good stuff. Oh, yeah.
I'm going to be streaming with Fast Abdul, Crispy, and Corey later on today.
Okay. So Corey Costa's channel, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, simulcasted on all of our channels like we're doing here today. But yeah, Corey Costa's channel should be some good stuff. Corey has allotted some slots for us to do a weekly stream, so we're trying to do a Pulse Chain News, Pulse Chain Times is what it's called. And it should be pretty good. We did our first show last week and went well. It was just Fast Abdul, Corey, and I talking about some stuff, and we're going to start bringing in guests. Taking a lead from a show I know called The Shit Show, doing an everyday show, but ours is once a week because we don't have time for 4 days, bro.
Yeah, I know. It's something. And to that point, the blueprint that I kind of set out was like, hey, we're going to do an hour Monday through Thursday. I'm not going to do like, what's his name? Where they do these long streams, whether it be like Matty Allen, where they just go on for like 2, 3, 4 hours, what have you. I knew that if I just let things kind of like fly like that by the seat of our pants, that we would just get burnt out and it'd just be like, oh, screw this. You know what I mean? So the blueprint was, hey, let's just do it Monday through Thursday, an hour. I'll tag Monday and Thursday as open mics. So it kind of alleviates maybe some pressure from, having like specific guests such as yourself, which isn't, I'm not saying it's stress, but you know what I mean? Like it takes a little bit more energy. And yeah, so that's just kind of what we're looking at. What I would like to do is tee up, is there any kind of closing statements from you? And then I think you kind of gave us Heart's Law. Didn't you kind of talk to us about Heart's Law to have them come on?
Yeah. So the devs that are building our stuff built Hart's Law, and they told me to take a look at this project. So I did. We streamed with them, or I streamed with them on the Magic Carpet Ride channel a couple of weeks ago. Bunch of good guys doing Hart's Law, which is something that I like quite a bit. Protocol that's earning you ink, which is awesome. Nice. And Hart's Law. So it's kind of like a tax token reflection thing with freaking still getting your ink rewards. It's pretty awesome. I have some money in it, and so just to keep everything out in the open, not a whole bunch, but I got some money over there. I like to play around with these things that are built by my devs. I support them in what they do, right? I retweet stuff from Brandon, even though I don't have any Titan X. I like what Brandon's doing with all of his Morpheus stuff and everything, right?
Yeah.
And I think Brandon's a solid guy. I've met him in real life. I've sat at a table with him and debated politics with him and KG in a penthouse in Vegas, right? It was good times while Ty's getting throwing
falling in the pool,
falling in the hot tub and getting in a fight with a Hexpla, a water fight in the kitchen. But yeah, that's why I go to these things. It's not because I don't like my money and I would rather I should have spent it on a token, right?
Right.
I go to these things to have fun with guys that I spend time with all the time online, and I like hanging out with them in real life. And if the cost of entry of that is $800, I'm going to spend it, and I'm going to go to Vegas. I would spend that on any vacation where I go to Vegas, if not more. So why not do it with guys that I stream with, or spend money on their stuff? Maybe I get some firsthand knowledge of things that are coming out. It makes a lot of sense. I don't know why people get so down on of these meetups or the Pulse Tour or a meeting in Panama. Well, yeah. I had no plans on going to Panama in my lifetime, right? But if a guy that I like, Randy, is going to put on a conference there, all of a sudden Panama is moved up on my travel list.
Well, out of these in-life real meetups, and I get that there's an opportunity within crypto for people to be completely anonymous, and that's your right. But if you look at networking as your net worth and an opportunity to grow and build, I have your cell phone number, and it's because you and I have hung out with each other. I have RipCity's phone number because we hang out with each other. Bets and crypto, same, you know what I mean? So it's like, what that means is there's a level of trust that we've expanded beyond just the keyboard, reference points that we have. We've expanded into another layer of trust where it's like, we've hung out with each other. We've broke bread. We've, done all these other extracurriculars, if you will. And I think that's what builds a strong community. And so if people have that opportunity, I would encourage them to do so. And I guess Fast Abdul saying he's going to go, you need to bring some hot dogs and he'll show up.
That's kind of ridiculous, right? Hot dogs.
Yeah.
That seems to me like Fast Abdul is one of those people that goes into the middle of the desert like Bakersfield and orders fish. It just doesn't make sense. I'm going to get fresh sushi in Bakersfield. I think if I was him, I would be looking at some tacos or some birria, but hot dogs, I don't think so.
Yeah,
not a good call.
Not a good call at all.
No.
Any final 30-second statements before I tee up this next little fun video?
You're cracking me the fuck up.
Hey,
hot dogs.
Humor
Oh
is
my
the best
God,
medicine, buddy. Humor is the best medicine. Okay.
What do we got here? Warrants is writing freaking encyclopedias in the chat.
Nah, no. Nice.
Hey,
Nice.
Marcus, thanks for coming on, buddy.
No problem.
Really appreciate you, buddy.
I love coming on your guys' show. You know, Warrants can get a little controversial, but he's been in the Magic Carpet Ride forever, since the very beginning. Before we came out with the token, he was in us while we were still doing sacrifices. So,
wasn't Warrants doing those bomber jackets?
He was.
Damn it! I always wanted one of those bomber jackets.
Well,
that was long ago. I don't know what he's doing now, but shoot.
He's causing havoc on X, on Twitter.
Hey.
Warrants, come on the show. Come on to open mic.
Yeah.
You're always welcome, buddy.
He cracks me up.
Let's get him live and see what pans out.
If there was any closing thing, I had anticipated Steakhouse being live by today. But it is on mainnet being tested right now, so we want to just make sure that our subgraphs and all this other bullshit that's all dev stuff, right, that is solid as a rock before we launch it, because we're launching a protocol on an immutable contract with Hex, right? So if something has 5 years of uptime with flawless operation, we want to make sure that we're doing the same.
Well, congrats on another just incredible project, buddy. And thank you. I mean, thank you for all you do for this community. I don't think people really understand enough of everything it is that you and your teams are all, putting your foot forward, doing your part, and making things happen for the greater of Pulse Chain. And just thank you and keep moving forward, man. That's all we can do, right?
100% agreed.
Yep. With that being said, I'm going to tee up AJ. Keep up the great work with these videos. Tomorrow, we have at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on the Shit Show. We have Hart's Law coming on the show. To be honest, I really don't know that much about it. And that's kind of like what we talked about earlier, where like you just have your head down, you're building on the things you're building. And this is sometimes my time to be like a kid in a candy store as far as finding out what's going on with other people in ecosystems. So this is like my opportunity to learn and try to ask questions and prod them and figure out what's up. So here's an awesome little intro video for tomorrow's show. And then I'll hop back in here real quick.
Flows through every link, building the kingdom quicker than you think. A surge of hope in every node, creating paths, laying the road. Richard's dream, a future vast. The pulse is here, the die is cast. Rise up the pulse, a kingdom grows. Hoorah, hoorah, the power shows. In every rock, the dream unfolds. Here in shades of gold. King and queen stand side by side, building the realm, no need to hide. The pulse beats on, strong and true, lighting the way, breaking through. From darkness born, the chain ascends, a force of change that never ends. Rise up the pulse, a kingdom grows.
Thank you, AJ, for the intro and the outro type videos that we have for all our guests. Yeah, like I said, tomorrow, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, we have Hart's Law coming on the show. Should be exciting. Do not fade what we here on the Shit Show are building as far as King Pooie and Queen Pooie. It's excited. So I always like to give a little homage what kind of got us started. And that's our boy Richard coming to the United States, being a nice son that he is, installing the bidet for his mother. And I hope you guys have a great day. Later.
Do you want to be a king? Do you want to be a queen? Sitting on the throne.
It's Richard Hart, rumored billionaire and bidet service technician. I'm here to install your bidet, sir.
It's the one and only Eagle Double G.
Here we go. Look at that technology right there. It's gonna wash your butt, and your butt's gonna be clean. Let's get to work. Woo! Ooh, doggy. Wow, this thing actually works great. Well, anyway, Richard Hart here, rumored to be a billionaire, installing a bidet for someone that I love. It seems to work just fine. It only cost $100, and well, I don't see any leaks. So, clean butts for everybody.
Do you want to be a king? Do you want to be a queen? Sitting on